Good evening, peoples. I come on tonight to talk about the irony of Amber Heard and her powerful man ideology. The irony. I find it funny how people discount their own power and how their power has affected others. But yet, her aim is at the man. Powerful men. I don't know about most women, but I know me. And as for me, I want my man to be powerful. Um, that helps me in the long run when the man is powerful. I shouldn't be fighting against a man being powerful because that's what I'm attracted to, men. The only type of woman that would have a problem with the man being powerful, of course, is a woman who hates men, who despise a man, who wants to be that man. And that's what I see here. I see a woman who's just might get away with perjury, an extraordinary number of perjury on, even though our justice system is very flawed due to powerful women like her. See, we can look at the powerful men, but we also have to look at the women because it's going to be that balance. You're going to have, if you got a powerful man, you're going to have a powerful woman with the same mind. And she doesn't know that she projected onto Depp exactly what see. Johnny Depp just wants to he's a dreamer. He wants to make music for people. He's done the acting. She, in my eyes, has done nothing but create destruction and cover it up and get away with it. And we're about to see, because they're predicting that she will not spend a day in jail at all. Even though we all know she's a cokehead, she's an addict. Even though we already know that um, she despises men, because what woman goes around talking about powerful men? A feminist, a lesbian. I'm not saying all lesbians are like this. There's some that are just balanced and about as balanced and equal. But then there's some that are just, they bring their sickness to the world. And I just, I'm like, how dare? How dare? Powerful men did not ever put her in jail and put her under the jail and throw away the key. They never done that yet to her. And I don't think they ever will do that to someone like her. It goes back to the story I read about Laura Bush in Austin, Texas. Not in Austin, Texas, but in Texas when she was a teenager and she murdered someone's family member. But she still ended up marrying the president of the United States. And everything was swept under the rug, right? Under. Swept under the rug. No empathy, sympathy for the family members. Go on and live your life. Go on and live your life. No empathy for anyone. But this is who the powerful men allow to be powerful women. But the irony is that she complains about the powerful men who allowed her for so long to get away with everything under the sun. Should she be complaining about powerful men? Have they done anything to her life to intervene in anything? Have they stopped her in her tracks at anything? She did the damage to Johnny and almost got away with it. Almost got away with it. Probably would have gotten away with doing worse to him. She got away with injuring him in Australia. She got away with extortion. She got away with drinking as much as she wanted to drink and getting into a car whenever she felt like it. She got away with a lot of things that were hidden, covered up. Don't you call that power? I sat back and I thought about it. I thought about how certain things work, blinding people's eyes to certain things. That is a form of magic. When you can blind people to seeing the wicked deeds you perform, you get away with it because the people are blinded. By what? And I thought, could it be like a voodoo spell? Could it be something like that? And the more I thought about it like that, it's a big possibility. That could be. That could be one way. And then it could be just that people's idea of her has blinded them so much to the facts of the evil deeds that follow behind what they feel is appealing and attractive and enchanting about her for them. And they have lost sight of how she has affected the goodness in the world. So they say that her perjury, she may not see any jail time. She was able to cover up two other jail times. One with her lesbian wife, who she was abusive to in public. That was covered up. And her friend, when she was driving in the car recklessly, and they call it involuntary manslaughter. But see, people like this can't see themselves. That's the problem. They can only see others. They can't see themselves as anything wrong. Only others are wrong. And the enablers have enabled this person to proceed in this manner. And it's awful to see. But this happened, like I talk about Laura Bush, who got away with being drunk and driving as a teenager and murdered somebody, family member. And, these things get swept under the rug. And I'm beginning to see a pattern in Texas, in Texas. So it seems like if a Caucasian woman does anything, so that's why the thing about powerful men should never be brought up when it comes to a Caucasian woman. Because as long as that man is powerful, it's supposed to be a good thing. But in this society, we do have feminists and we do have men haters and women who just love women. And Amber's just one of those. And this is just to say for the men out there who think, because men tend to see that relationship of two women as a great thing for themselves. They like, I get double. That's the way they perceive um, a lesbian relationship. It's like double for them, double women. But the mentality is going to be different. The mentality is going to make them different than you thinking that it's going to be a menage a trois or something going on, which is far from their viewpoint. Their viewpoint is men are disgusting and only good for one thing. And that's the game, because they know that the man is powerful. Know that the man is powerful, and it's just a game. Or to see what they can get away with. And too many men enable it, allow it. Allow it. Yeah. And this is the situation that is born from it. What Johnny has endured and what many, many men across this planet is enduring. Because they gave birth to them. And unfortunately, it's sickening. It's it's highly unfortunate that this exists. So that's all I wanted to talk about is how it seems like the dilemma is the psychology of it all. The psychology of it all. The fact that she's complaining about powerful men, you have to question that. I know the jury is like, wow. I know they're like, wow, what is this? What is this? Even if they don't know, it's still like, what is this? What woman? Y'all got to excuse me. I'm just tripping on this. I'm really tripped out. What woman complains about powerful men? What woman? You won't hear me complain about powerful men. The more power, the more better for me, right? I think that she was in a relationship with Johnny. He gave her everything. He had everything. And that the fact is she didn't like men. She only liked what they have, evidently. That's what I see from it. Because if a man has everything, why are you gonna go psycho on him? Why are you gonna go psycho on him unless you're just not attractive to him? And calling him fat old man, you got to question all of these things. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's beyond me because, you know, a woman would be happy. A woman who's fully woman, not trying to be man, would be happy and pleased with that and happy with that position. But this is the mindset that is coming up in the world. And hopefully that sun will beam down and just start destroying some stuff, because if this is the mindset that is uprising in this land that we're in, and it's a troublesome mindset, a way of existing, a way of being. I seen something where she was with the baby and talking about in the magazine raising the baby by herself. That caught my eye. That caught my attention. I was like, wow, wow. Guess baby don't need a father. I guess children nowadays don't need the father. I mean, we got some awkward things going on in this place that we're in, existing in, and it's really beyond me how a woman could think, or how a man could think, well, my children don't need me. Or a woman could say, well, my child doesn't need a man. I don't need a man. I'm gonna raise her and be the mommy and the daddy. That's comes from an imbalanced place. That comes from that place, that reason why we have the issues that we have in this place that we're existing in. And it's just it's just really funny that someone posing as a woman, you know, it wasn't even difficult to see that what they were trying to say when they said that they didn't feel like she fit the Aquaman relationship with Aquaman. She didn't fit that have that chemistry in the movie, because it needs to be someone who's sincere. Uh, if you're hiding the position that you're holding, which is you despise powerful men and you want to have your child raised without a man, then I can see where that chemistry breakdown, because they were looking for a romantic relationship for Aquaman, and she could not pull that off because it wasn't in her to pull it off. It's not within her. Um, it's so sad, to read all of this, to have to really see all of this from this person, and to know that such things really do exist, that evil, that wickedness that is trying to influence people's mind is very dangerous. And it's just sad that someone would be like this, that someone would think like this and want to be the role model for it out here, you know. Where you have people that want to do good, you're always going to have people that want you to see them and admire their wickedness. I would like to see her go to jail. Personally, I'd like to see her go to jail for a long, long time. She defrauded Johnny Depp. She took his family, took him through hell. And not only that, the bodies she left behind in the trail, from what I've learned and seen. Even her own sister. And, you know, to think, you think that your closest family member, your brothers, your sisters, you would love them, you would care about them. But I don't even think she empathizes with anyone at all. Anyone, zero, zilch. And it's just, I just don't, I just don't see, you know, and then to think that because people see her position, and they think that's some kind of great position that can keep her out of jail. She can just continue to being able to do these chemicals and be who she is and just move on. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about just this irony of powerful women complaining about powerful men. It's just too crazy for me. I mean, Johnny, she's called Johnny powerful, but I mean, he's not powerful like she thinks he is. In her mind, Johnny's just a guy who wants to play rock and roll music. He dreamed about that. And she projected her inner man self upon a real man out of envy. Envy. That's real hardcore envy. That's raw envy. And we witness it. We're witnessing. It's just, it's really beyond me. And and to think that she won't be held accountable for any of this. Mm-mm-mm. Always remember, true love, real peace, the higher self within you, your soul. Till next time, peace. And thank you, God in Hollywood, and all of you in the clouds. Have a great night. Till next time.